Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. On our show today, we're going to give you picks here from the NBA card, college basketball, and NHL. And at the end of the show, we will have parlays or player props. We'll leave it up to the cappers to give those out. And like we always do here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show, we don't mess around here. We'll introduce the cappers and then get right to the picks. So let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much, Tony. NFL treated me good. The NHL, not so much. The Jets, they had a nice little lead rolling along, and 2-1 late, and they gave up the tying goal and then lost to Vegas in overtime. Tough one there. Tough loss there for me. And on the ice in that one, hey, the Oilers got the job done. So can't complain. I think it was a 2-2 day for me. So just one of those days. And college hoops got me. So paid a little bit of juice. It's half decent card today. A few spots I found some nice ones in the NBA, and one college basketball play I absolutely love. So definitely, let's kick off the weekend winner. Let's get to it.
Let's do that. Definitely in finals week this week, so you're noticing some of the schedules. But what's going on? Of course, it was kind of a snooze fest in Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, man. Y'all tried to warn me, man, about the 49ers. Should have listened, man. Know you guys are sharp with that, but that's the only play I had in, guys. I just didn't like the slate that much yesterday, so I really felt good about the 49ers. But, it's a new day. It's time to make some new cash, man. Let's get to it.
Let's say hello to Solo. So, how you doing? What'd you think? What'd you take from that NBA card last night?
NBA card, we didn't do too hot. I think we went 1-2. Kind of like Bo said, I should have listened to the strong panel. I'm a little stubborn. I went with the Pelicans on the money line. Lost that one at the end. They fought hard. They had a shot. But we swept. I think we went 2-0 NFL. So, decent card today. We're ready to fire. Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the money, guys. Let's get to it indeed. Let's go to the NBA card. We'll start here. No NBA Cup tomorrow. The Cup resumes with the semifinals tomorrow. But tonight, regular season games. We'll have Wizards and Cavs here. Big line here. Cavs, 17, total 232. Pacers and Sixers. Sixers, 6.5, 7, total 227. Lakers and the T-Wolves here. We've got the T-Wolves now up to 9, total 213.5. Keep an eye on injury. We know LeBron will not play in this game tonight. He was a scratch yesterday. There was words. There was some even whispers throughout the week that he was going to sit this game. Of course, the usual guys out for Washington, a boatload here. Babe, Brogdon, George, Kispert, Kuzma. On the Cleveland side, just Juice out. Mobley is questionable. Pacers and Sixers, Nesmith and Shepard out as usual. Bono and Martin out for Sixers. Sixers look to be getting healthier, though, in that Lakers game here. As we mentioned, no James. Vanderbilt, Wood as always. Hood-Schifino as always. Hayes as always. Reeves is questionable. Ingles out for Minnesota, bench guy. So there you go. Caught up with the injuries. Let's go on over to Rod.
Yeah, for me and the Lakers in Minnesota, this is the third meeting of the season between these two teams. They've split the home and home already. Lakers won at home 110-103. Minnesota won 109-80 back here December 2nd. So about 11 days ago. And what's changed since then? Not a whole lot. Give me Minnesota and the Timberwolves. I think they beat it up on the Lakers here in this one, win by 10+. So I'll lay it with the Timberwolves in that one. I like the over between the Pacers and 76ers. You look at these two teams when they get together on the court, they don't play a whole lot of defense. They've hit 8 straight overs. So at 227, really it open 224 up to 227. Still like it. Take the over Indiana Pacers and the 76ers. And looking at that Cavs game, it's looking like what the Raptors was with the Heat yesterday. Looking like they're trying to bait you into Washington. I'm not touching that Washington team at plus 17. I know it looks good. Where are you going? I'm getting 17 points here with that one. No, I'm going to take the Cavs. I think they win by 20+. The Cavs are that much the better team over the Wizards. Give me the Cavs. Lay the 17.
There from Rod. Next up, over to Bo.
Yeah, I agree with everything Rod said, man. As far as Pacers game go, I do like the over, but I think the Philly is getting healthier. We're selling Embiid, put up 31 this last game. They're also 5-0. ATS is straight up in the last 5 games. Just don't trust this Pacers team, man. We talked about it when they played Charlotte. Charlotte go on the road and beat them straight up, again, double digits. This team is really, really struggling on the road. Their last 9 games, they're 1-8 ATS. So give me the Phillies. I'm going to lay the 6.5 to 7. Cleveland, they'd already beat Washington twice by 20+ points. I think the last time they played them, Washington even scored 90. So I like for this to be a big blow for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I do like Minnesota. We got Lakers coming in. They're just 5-8 on the road, 4-9 ATS. Last time they played in Minnesota, they whooped them up, man, 109-80. I don't think it'll be a bigger win like that, but with no LeBron, Anthony Davis dealing with, he always injured some kind of way. I just think it's too many injuries for the Lakers to compete in this one, guys. I get a Timberwolves to win the game by 10 points or more.
There from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Lakers Timberwolves game, like Rod said, these teams split early in the season. LeBron is out, as Tony attested to. These points, this total's a little tricky. I think this is obviously one of those spots that Tony T always talk about how the Timberwolves would rest and this and the third. I think this is that smash spot he's talking about right here. So I'm going to take the Timberwolves minus the points. What was the other game? I'm sorry. The 76ers, I said I'd have to see it to believe it. I'm starting to see it. I think I'm going to lay the points with the 76ers, the -5.5. Embiid and these guys are slowly figuring things out, especially on offense. And this pace is on the road. I'm just not a big fan. The Wizards-Cavs game, obviously, that's a huge spread. The plus 1,000 is extremely intriguing. They're probably not going to win. I might do a $5 little, what you call it, pizza money on the money line. But I think you have to lay it with the Cavs.
There from Solo. I'll tell you what I think about this game. I'm going to go under here, Washington, Cleveland. Washington, you can't trust them to score on the road. This team is just brutal, man, away from home. I know we know they can't defend, but they're 4-2 as a road dog of 10 or greater points. Over their past 5, 43% shooting, 28% from three. A lot of their guys are out, and their bench isn't very good. So I'll look at the under in that one. That's why you see that big line there. Pacers and Sixers. Yeah, I'm on the Sixers side here. Pacers have failed to cover 10 of 14 on the road. What's going on with this team? Boy, if you look at that box score in that last game, they lost to Charlotte. I mean, there's something wrong with this team. When you see Halliburton around 10 points, and it was bad. Miles Turner, okay, the leading scorer in that loss to Charlotte was TJ McConnell off the bench with 30 points. The next guy had 10 with Miles Turner. What's going on with the Sixers team? Is there, again, there may be. I would look to trade with Indiana. Maybe you got to break up this team. There's something going on with this team. I mean, you cannot. I mean, against Charlotte, your leading scorer is TJ McConnell. Come on, and no one had more than 10. There, I don't know. No one's talking about it too much, but that is, I don't know. It's that to me. That's a 5-alarm fire with this Pacers team. Carlisle used to be one of those guys that can be a little abrasive, but I think he's kind of mellowed out over time, to be honest with you. I'm going to go.
What's their identity?
Yeah. Well, he used to be fast-paced and Tyrese Halliburton open threes and play fast. I mean, they play fast, but not playing that fast pace they did last year, right?
Not the same pace, right?
Not the same pace. They did make half a.
Halliburton used to have a lot of assists too. He don't even lower down his assists.
Yeah.
The players around them. Did they lose a lot of bench guys?
Oh, they got the bench guys there. They've got. I mean, they got Pascal.
The same team, right?
Yeah, it looks like the same team. They didn't make much changes in the team. They got tired at the end of the season. So I don't know. That's a team that's got scratching my head. I can't figure out. I'm going to go under here. Lakers and Timberwolves. They have been playing at a slow pace over their past 5. I don't know how I don't think the Lakers are going to run in this one. And Minnesota, look at their defensive form over their past 5 games, giving up 41% shooting, 30% from 3. Granted, they were in some ideal smash spots where they were rested, facing teams on back-to-backs, playing 3 games, 4 nights. They had 3 straight spots like that where they were facing tired teams and they were rested. But I just think the defense falls through here. I'll go under in that one. All right, let's continue here on the drive on the 26 Morning Show. Next game up here will be Nets and Grizzlies. Grizzlies a big favorite now. 11.5 are popping up. Total 230. Hornets and Bulls. The Bulls. Can you lay 6? Well, they're a 6-point favorite. Total 231. Clippers and Nuggets. A nice one tonight. Nuggets 6.5. Total 229. Let's take a peek at this injury list to see what we got here tonight. Charlotte is going to be without Ball and Man. Bridges is questionable there. On the Bulls side, Giddey, Vucevic, and Williams questionable. Lorraine and Ball are probable there. And on the Nets and Memphis side, Cam Thomas, a scorer. He's out. Bogdanovich out as always. Williams out as always. GG, my man GG, man. We can't get to the court, man. He's out again. Williams out. Edey, doubtful. Edey is doubtful there. Clippers in Denver here. The usual suspects here, Leonard, Mann, Tucker. No, Mann's not the usual one, but Tucker out. Mann and Jones. These are guys you need out there. They're out for the Clippers. Kankar Saric out here for Denver. Murray is questionable. Gordon Braun probable. they're caught up with the injuries. We go on over to Rod.
Yeah, looking at Brooklyn taking on Memphis, it's a lot of points for the Memphis Hustle to be hustling up. And they are at home here in that one, but the Nets have been monsters as covering spreads. So is Memphis. These, if I'm not mistaken, top two in the NBA covering spreads. They've absolutely been making people money. So it's like I like both teams. So how do you make a choice? It's like you've been making me money. You've been making me money. So it's like. I'm going to go with Brooklyn here, plus the 11.5. I think they can keep it closer with Memphis, another team that just loves to hustle. So 2 hustling teams, maybe take the over. I think the pace of play is probably up there and at 230. I think we can get it into 240, but I like Brooklyn as the play in that one. And then you're looking at the Bulls, and the Bulls don't play a whole lot of defense, do they? But the problem is that Charlotte team is pretty beat up. Dealing with a whole pile of injuries, so they just don't have the horses to be able to score the whole pile of points against this bad Bulls defense. So yeah, I would be leaning into laying the points with the Bulls, but I'm going to take the under 231.5, which is definitely a scary situation. Betting the Bulls game under. Ooh, give me the Bulls game under 230.
Oh wow!
I just don't think that the Charlotte team's got enough horses.
I know. The scoring, Brandon. Like I said, Brandon Miller's too young to get you 50 a game. It's just too young. Right? He's just too young right now to do it.
If that Charlotte team was healthy, I'd be all over that over 231 because we would cruise into the.
They've got some pieces. They have some pieces, no doubt about that. But they're just a little young. They just need a couple more drafts, and they'll look like the Orlando. They could look like the Orlando Magic in a couple of years. In a couple of years,
right? It'll be close. So I think give it that one. I think it just sneaks under the under. People will probably bet the over if I look. Oh yeah, people will bet the over. Give me the under in that one.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, when it comes to 2 bad teams, just give me the points, man. I'm going to take the points with Charlotte. They just coming off a nice win against the Pacers on the road. So even with the injury, they still showing they can hoop. I just don't trust the Bulls, man. They dealing with a bunch of injuries themselves. And like Rod said, I like the under as well. So 2 picks for me in that one. And I think that the Clippers going to cover the spread against Denver. Denver just, not been looking like their strong team, but they still laying big points like this. Clippers are 15-9 ATS this season, so I think that's too many points to lay with Denver. So give me the 6.5. And the other game that we were looking at in this slate was
Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis. Memphis, man, I like the way they hustling on the defensive side. This Brooklyn Nets team's only added about 104 points in the last 3. Over and under around about 230. I think Memphis win, but I like the under the best.
There you go here from Bo. Let's see, Odell Beckham Jr. just put on waivers there, so news coming in. On over to Solo.
Yeah, the Memphis and the Nets game. I like the analysis of both guys. Points could be premium here. Memphis has really been good at home. They've been playing a little better defense. So it's Friday the 13th. I think I'm outside hustling in Memphis. Give me Memphis minus 10. I'm gonna roll with the Clippers and the Nuggets. I think this pace kind of picks up a little bit. Haven't really been impressed with the Clippers defense the last couple games. The Nuggets look like they're kind of getting somewhat healthy or getting a little help. Joker's getting a little assistance. I think this total goes over 228. And the Bulls, Hornets. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm on the Bulls on the over 232.
There you go from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. I'm gonna go over in the Memphis and Nets game. The Nets lack a defense here over their past 5, 50% shooting. They don't defend very well. And I think what happens when Memphis plays these teams that can't defend, they go crazy. They go crazy scoring on you. I mean, it's just when there's a lot of space on the court to operate, you give Ja and that company space, they will eat, man. They will eat and they will eat and eat and eat. So I like the over in that one between the Nets here and the Brooklyn and the Memphis Grizzlies. Charlotte and Chicago, boy, that's just tough for me. The Bulls, matter of fact, I looked deep in this one. The Bulls 0-2 to the spread against these bad teams that are 250 to 400 win percentage. They tend to play down to their opponent. So I look for that to happen. We've seen this before with some of these teams, right? Oh, this team has no shot. All their scores are out. Well, guess what? Sometimes the opponent is looking at that too. So, we don't need to bring our A game here. So I'm going to take the Charlotte Hornets plus the points there in that spot. Clippers and Denver. I think the rest here helps the Clippers because they're the defensive style team. When you look at the Nuggets, they're not very tight defensively at home. They're allowing and scoring 115 points per 100 possessions, so they have not really tightened that defense yet. And we know the Clippers only shot in these games that have played strong defense. And I think that rest will help the defense here in this spot. When you look at the Clippers as a dog of 6.5 to 12 on the road, 4-1 to the spread in that spot. So look at the Clippers there. Plus,
you think Harden plays?
Harden is, let's see what the word is in Harden. He is
questionable, right?
No, he's going to play. He's in the lineup. He's playing. Yeah, Harden's going to play today. Let me see if there's anything there about cleared for Friday. Harden will play against the Nuggets with his groin. He was a full goal at practice on Tuesday, so he missed Sunday's game. He practiced on Tuesday, and here we are with the game on Friday. A lot of rest here. I'm sure he was able to get a few trips to Vegas over this rest period as well. So he'll be good to go. Only a 45-minute play on that private jet. He loves it. He loves LA because he can get to Vegas in 45 minutes. That's right. No doubt about that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. Is ready here to close out the NBA for tonight, and we will close it out with the Suns and Jazz. Suns 8, total 230. We got the Spurs and Trailblazers. The Spurs 3.5, total 224. Let's keep an eye on these injuries here. Looks like Durant is going to play today. He's probable, but the word is he's leaning toward playing. Gillespie is the only one out for Phoenix. On the Utah side, Mahalik out. Market and Clarkson, these are two scorers. They're both questionable. Spurs and Portland. Wemby will play, but out here are Castle, Collins, Johnson, and Trey Jones. What's going on in San Antonio with their health? On the Portland side, Thibault out, Reith doubtful, then Williams, Klingon, and Ayton, the rim protector, questionable. So there you go with the injuries on this block. We go on over to Rod.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the Suns and the Jazz. I like the over. We seen an earlier meeting back in November. It was 120-112 was the final. Suns got the win. That's probably why the bookmaker made this exactly 8, because they're like, oh, the Suns won the first game by 8, and that was in Utah here, so why not make it 8 again? Well, I think it opened at 7.5. It's up to 8. So I lean to the Jazz. It's one of those revenge spots on a Friday night. Lean to the Jazz with the points, but I like the over. I think we get the same kind of scoring we did in that first matchup. And you look at all the previous matchups before that. We've got, 5 straight overs between these two teams head-to-head. So, yeah, I like the over in that one. And then give me the under in the Spurs-Portland matchup. I got to lead to Portland that they might finally end the trend of not doing so well. You look, Portland in home games playing 4 or less games in 10 days. They're 0-11 ATS, dating all the way back to last season. They just off of days of rest. We're playing 6 or less in 14 days. They're 1-11. So this is a Portland team that, sure, they might be rested in the spot, but for Portland, rest equals rest usually. So, but the Spurs are dealing with that boatload of injuries. So I lean to Portland to get the job done there in that one. But I like the under as the play with all those guys out. And I think Soul's going to go the other way because he's like, all those guys out. Track me time. Bring it out. Here comes the other guys that want a job. Take the over. So I can just see it. I see the look on his face. I know it now. But I'm going to take the under anyways. First, Portland.
There from Rod, move on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, give me the Jazz plus 8. Even if Durant plays, he ain't gonna be 100%. And Phoenix been money burners all the season, laying these type of points, guys. So give me the Jazz at the house. I think they cover that 8-point spread. And we got Portland coming in 0-4 straight up at ATS the last 4 games. They already played the Spurs. They beat them by 13. They just faced the Lakers without LeBron and still did not cover that 7-point spread. I just can't lay the points, man, with Portland. I'm going to take the Spurs minus that 3.5.
They're here from Bo. We move on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Suns in the Jazz game, I learned my lesson, man. When you get the Suns at full speed, they smoke. I mean, they roll. So I'm going to lay it with the Suns here. And Rod, me and Rod doing the show too much because he definitely has a good read on me. I do have the over 223 on the Spurs Blazers game.
There you go from Solo. All right, I'll tell you what I think. I'm with the track meet in Utah. Get your track shoes on, guys. Get the sprinter blocks out there. Get the sprinter blocks because I'm going over Phoenix and Utah. Utah can't defend, and the Suns 9-2 to the over on the road. And you would think of the Budenholzer team, they would defend on the road. They don't defend on the road. Phoenix, a really bad defensive team on the road. 26 in defensive efficiency, allowing 118 points per 100 possessions. That's not good. The Utah Jazz at home, 28th in defensive efficiency, allowing 117 points per 100 possessions. Utah 4-0 to the over at home, facing a team that shoots 46% or greater, going over in that game. Going to go under in the Spurs and Trailblazers team. This Trailblazers team can't shoot the basketball, man. I don't know what it is. They just can't shoot. The form is very bad right now over their past 5 at home. They can't shoot 45%, 35% from 3. Wemby's back, so you're going to get some defense here, but a lot of scores out here for this Spurs team. I go under here, Spurs and the Trailblazers. All right, we got you through this NBA card here for you here on Friday. Now it's time to turn our attention to college hoops. It's finals week, so you're not going to get the greatest matchups. We get better matchups tomorrow. But anyway, at this time of the year, we just ask the cappers, just give us what you got in college hoops. When we get into January, then we'll start doing the time blocks. We'll start with Rod. College hoops, give us what you got.
Yeah, the first one I'm looking at is Nebraska Omaha plus the 15 versus Northern Iowa. I think it's just too many points. The Panthers there in Northern Iowa, definitely solid team, 5-3. But you look at Nebraska Omaha, they can score some points and cover some spreads as well. Yep. 7-3 against that number. So give me Nebraska Omaha plus the 15 there in that one. And then Indiana taking on Nebraska. I like the over. It's up to 153. It was at 150, and it's slowly, steadily on the rise to the over. Both these teams could definitely put up plenty of points in that one. So I like it to hit the 160s. Take the over Indiana and Nebraska. And then the last one, you know what? I'm looking at give me South Dakota State. South Dakota State laid an egg last time against Nevada. They got run out late. But they definitely hung for most of that game. I think they can hang with Colorado. Give me the Jackrabbits there, plus the 9.5 in that one.
From Rod, we move on over to Bo.
Yeah, I'm going to go to that Colorado South Dakota State game. I'm looking at the under. Right now, they're sitting at 146.5. The last 9 games played in Colorado, all games have about like 143 points or less. The last 5 games for South Dakota State is under 140. Like we said, they just played Nevada. The over and under is about 140 to 142. It hit at 140 exactly. So I think we'll see another low-scoring game. Both teams are giving up less than 70. Colorado giving up 69. South Dakota State giving up 66. So give me the under 146.5 between South Dakota State and Colorado.
From Bo on over to Solo.
I'm gonna look at the Army George Washington game. This total is just too high. Neither one of these teams can really shoot the ball. I think this total is probably about 10 to 15 points, a little too high. This game's going way under Army GW, under 149.5. Also agree with Omaha plus 14 over Northern Iowa. It might even be 15 at this moment. I looked at that game last night. And one more, the Louisiana Tech Georgia Southern game. I like the over 146. La Tech's going to dump the ball inside. They got some shooters. I think they find a way to get this total over 146.
There from Solo. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take Nebraska Omaha plus the 15. The Mavericks have covered 7 of 8 on the road this year in their road games. Northern Iowa very poor on the offensive glass, and they can't make their free throws. This Northern Iowa team to 66% at the line. Also going to take North Dakota State plus the points against UTSA. They meet again on Sunday in North Dakota, but this UTSA team, 322nd in the nation in effective field goal shooting, 44% from 2, 31% from 3. They can't rebound on the defensive end, and they fail to cover both home games. And over their past 5, shooting just 41%. You got a team that can't shoot, laying 6.5. No, thank you. Give me North Dakota in that spot. All right, let's continue here on Antonio's morning show as we got through college hoops, and we're going to move to the ice, but we're going to see what Solo has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Well, right now, as we're heading into a big Friday of action from the NBA, head into a weekend of action with NFL, Army, Navy up on the board. Got a lot of college hoops coming out on this weekend as well. Solo enjoyed a great numbers here in the NFL over the past 7 days. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
We kind of like today. I got 4 total picks. I got a 3-pack, then a single play. Obviously, I got a best bet. Really looking forward to tomorrow with the bowl games picking up and the Cup season tournament continuing in Vegas and NFL on Sunday. So sign up with me for the short term, long term. Pay me up one of the good cappers. Clip fully loaded. Games on deck. Let's get to the bank.
Let's get to the bank with Solo over at Tony's Picks. You guys love that 3-day pass here on the Friday. You'll get all the Solo's premium plays here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A lot of NFL coverage. Got some college football, NBA Cup coming up as well. So get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 15% off Link in the description to Tony's Picks. All cappers tab. Get signed up with Solo over at Tony's Picks. All right, Solo, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you later.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck, everybody. Let's get the bank.
Good luck, Solo. Have a good day.
Solo here on the Tony Six Morning Show. All right, let's continue here as we go to the ice. But there's one game on the ice tonight. As Rod was saying, we have these crazy schedules from the NHL where they're heavy, low, heavy, light, heavy, light, heavy, light. That's kind of where we look at it here.
Tomorrow has 15. So it's like today we got 1. Tomorrow there's 15. So we know what I'll be doing today. It's going to be a busy Friday for me.
Busy Friday.
Good thing I've already dived into college basketball tomorrow. I believe there's 11 to 14 top 25 games.
Wow.
So definitely
nice.
A big slate of college basketball action tomorrow. Excited for this weekend of action.
Yep, good action. We like NBA. I think when we go to the Cup games, there's only 2 games tomorrow. NBA, I believe. I think that's the case. That's usually what they do in the semis. They just give those standalone games for the TV providers there. All right, let's get to the ice tonight. Senators and Hurricanes. And this one we got the Hurricanes 205, total 6 over to Rod.
Yeah, and you look at this one. I like the under here. I think both goalies stepping up. You got Allmark getting the start. Should we go check off getting the start for Carolina here in this one? And 6 goals. We've seen 4 goals in the first meeting between these two on November 16th. Carolina got the win 4-0. This game's back in Carolina. I know Ottawa on the road hasn't been very good, but this Ottawa team, I think they're starting to turn things around. Defensively, you look in the last 3 of the last 4 contests that they've played, they haven't allowed more than 1 goal. So I think Allmark's finding his groove, and we know Kochetkov can definitely shut down any team, like we've seen him do plenty of times this season. So I like the under 6. You know what, with a lead to Ottawa to get their revenge, because Carolina got that win, but you look what they've been doing over their last few. They have 2 wins in their last 6 games, and one of those wins was against the Sharks. So, and you just beat the Sharks 3-2. Otherwise, you got beat up by Florida. You got beat up by the Kraken. The Islanders even beat you. So Carolina has not been playing their best hockey. All the value is on Ottawa, but give me the under. That's the play there in that one.
From Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, sweet and simple, man. I like the under as well. Everything Rod said on point. Like the under 6 goals.
There we go. We got there from Bo. All right, we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our parlay segment where the cappers can give us a parlay or peripherals. We're going to look at your player props, team props, or maybe a game from the future, maybe a bowl game. They'll make the call here on this segment. Go over to Rod.
And for me today, we're going to go with I'm going to be on my little island. Give me the Pacers plus the 6.5 coming into Philadelphia. I think the Pacers are starting to turn things around. I like Indiana plus the 6.5 in that one. I'll take the Nets plus the points, and then lay it with the Timberwolves -9. I think they whoop it up on the Lakers. Nice little 3-teamer in the NBA for you guys today.
There from Rod on over to Bo.
All right, man, bring the chalk out, man. Give me Cleveland -17, and give me the Timberwolves -9. I think both these teams win these games real easy this one. So it's a nice 2-teamer. Cleveland -17, Timberwolves -9.
There you go. I'll give you my 3-teamer here. I'm going to go Nets, Grizzlies over the total in that one. Also going to be looking here at Georgia Southern plus the points and Nebraska, Omaha. I think we're all in line with that one. Plus the points here against Northern Iowa. All right, we got you through the parlay peripheral segment. I don't think there's no football game tonight, guys. For my, it's tomorrow, Army Navy tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow's Army Navy, guys. So we'll have that pick for you tomorrow on tomorrow's show. All right. There is a game. It is a FCS game. I think it's an FCS playoff game. There is one.
I think it's Jacksonville State and I think it's South Carolina State.
Yeah, we don't really. I don't know. I don't follow FCS, guys. So maybe the guys in the chat, you guys in the chat can help out our man Timothy Maxberry. We got a very sharp chat group here. So if anybody has any pick on that FCS, you can help Timothy out there in the chat. All right, now let's see what the guys have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Head into a big weekend of action. Of course, we got Army Navy tomorrow. We got a lot of NFL games. Still 15 games on the board from the NFL this weekend. And, of course, Rod enjoying a very good year over at Tony's Picks. What do you got for sale, Rod?
And for me over at Tony's Picks, I've got my solo play in college basketball. Nice little 10-star play in it. And then I've got a 3-pack in the NBA. Been absolutely on fire in the NBA. Hottest capper over at Tony's Picks over the last month. 24-10 run in the NBA. Got a nice little 3-pack in the NBA. You want to scoop that up. But it's the weekend. So, as I mentioned, there's at least a dozen top 25 college basketball games tomorrow. Big slate. As I said, 15-game card in the NHL as well. So, loaded action this weekend, and then we got the NFL back on Sunday. Nice 2-0 start there. So your best bet is to grab that 3-day pass. You'll get Friday, you'll get Saturday, you get Sunday, and then I get Mondays in early. So basically, that 3-day pass turns into a 4-day pass. So jump aboard that. Use the promo code PICK, or use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off. Hit the link; it's in the description. It'll get you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com, where you can scoop up that 3-day pass, or take advantage of the 2-for-1 capper promotional. Pair me up with any one of the other hot cappers you see. Pair me up with Tony. Pair me up with Bo. Pair me up with Solo as well, and have yourself a big weekend. That 2-for-1 capper promotional, can't go wrong with that. Having 2 cappers, put money in your pocket over at Tony'sTees.com. Just hit the link; it's in the description.
Get link in the description. Tony'sPicks.com. Link in the description. Get over there and get signed up there with Rod. Let's see what Bo has for sale over at Tony's Picks right now. Head into a big weekend of action. Bo, enjoying really good numbers here on the ice.
Yes, sir, man. I'm going heavy tomorrow, guys. So if you're in the volume, get that 3-day pass. We'll definitely put some money in your pocket. I already got my games locked in for Sunday, guys. So my NFL plays are locked and loaded. I try to get them lines in early. I see some good spots that I see a lot of value in, guys. So if you want to win some money on Sunday, go ahead and pick up that 3-day pass. Say that 15% by using the code Tony T. And like Rod said, man, pair me up with somebody else. We all making money on the site. The leaderboard is where you go check it out and see who's hot. Pair any of those cool guys up, and we'll definitely keep cash these tickets for you.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Bo over at Tony's Picks. Remember that promo code Tony T at checkout will save 15% off all packages. Link in the description. Get signed up in the All Cappers tab with Bo. You guys love that 3-day pass here on the weekends because you got coverage Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got action here from NBA, college hoops, as well as the NFL with a big card on Sunday as well. So get on board. Army, Navy also coming up here for the weekend. So get on board with Bo over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, guys, I have a best bet on the board here from the NBA as well. I have the packages working from college hoops as well. So get on board with me. Number 1 unit producer in the NFL this year. So no better time than now to get on board with my 3-day pass, get you covered for the NFL this weekend. Or if you want to go longer term, remember that 1-month all sports pass, get you covered all the way till January 12th. A lot of the remainder of the NFL regular season, get into that wild card round. And of course, so you get all of my college bowl picks. When you get that 1-month all sports pass, we get a couple of rounds here of the college playoff bowls as well, playoff as well. When you get that 1-month all sports pass, promo code Tony T at checkout will knock out 15% off. Link in the description. Go ahead and get signed up. All right, we got a very active YouTube channel, guys. We're with you here every day on the show here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time every single day. So make sure you guys tune in live, like and subscribe, set that notification so when we're live with us. But the days you can't join us live, the show archives over on our YouTube channel. Just go to Tony's Picks YouTube channel, hit the live tab. You'll see our replay. You can watch the show again. If you need help with the later games, watch it again. Or if you missed it, watch it again on your drive home. Watch it again. It's out there on the live show for you there. We get a lot of views on the replays, guys. So we appreciate that because this show has a lot of shelf life there. And of course, we also have a very active community on our YouTube channel with a lot of picks from our cappers. I have picks up there. Rod has a lot of picks. Rod, what do you got over on the YouTube channel and your plans for the weekend?
Yeah, for me, just today is just the light 1 NHL card. But as I said, there'll be 15 NHL tomorrow. And definitely I'll have a couple NFL thrown in there for Sunday as well. So definitely tune in for that this weekend.
Absolutely. Well, what do you got over on the Tony Picks YouTube channel and your plans for the weekend?
Yeah, right now I got 3 NFL predictions up, guys. So go check those out. I definitely like every game on the slate, guys. You know what I'm saying? In this time of the season, NFL is kind of tricky, you know what I'm saying? But I do have some great videos up there, guys. So make sure to check them out. And as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We greatly appreciate y'all time.
Yeah, absolutely. Greatly appreciate everybody's comments here on the YouTube channel. Everybody with their great contributions. This is the game, Idaho, Montana State. Anybody else can help our man Timothy in there? We appreciate it because I don't really follow the FCS very much here, as you can see.
You can look at these teams already met once earlier this season. Montana State got the win. It was a 38-7 whooping of the Vandals. The Vandals weren't rocking anything that night, that's for sure, in that one. But they were injured. If you go look back at that game in that earlier meeting, the Vandals were not healthy. They were definitely nowhere near 100%, but they're 100% at this game. Their last game out, they were solid. They held Lehigh to 2 field goals. Definitely defensively, the Vandals have picked it up. So for me, when I'm looking, that spread went to 15 now, and it's like they're seeing the Montana State is the better team, but they're not the healthier team right now in this one. So I would lean to the dog, but I think the better play is taking the under. You look that the Vandals, Idaho, they can play some defense now that they're healthy. So I don't see Montana State being able to put up that 38 points. And we know that Idaho, they just don't score enough points. So the 56, that's just way too many. Take the under in that football game tonight.
Under in that what? Of
course, the potatoes. Yeah, they're going to rock it on Friday night like a Vandal. Woo!
There you go. The potatoes there getting 15. And so Nathan likes in there as well. Always, those FCS playoffs, those Summit teams, they play in these crazy weathers like the Montana State, North Dakota's. I know Idaho still plays in Kibbe Dome inside a dome, but man, you get some bad weather games there when they get these FCS playoffs when these teams from the Summit League, or I don't know if they call it the Summit League anymore. Is it Pioneer League? I forget the league that they call them there anymore. It's confusing. But the Dakota schools, they get these cold weather games. You always see the snow and no brutal games. Sometimes we see Eastern Washington in these as well. We'll see. I haven't really followed FCS too much here. Looks like our man Leap and Larry is agreeing with the under in this game there tonight. All right, we got you through the show. We're going to be back again tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Do it as we always do. Cover all the major sports for you as well. Have some parlay and player props if available from the capper. So tune in tomorrow live, 9:30 a.m. Of course, Sunday show. We'll have the big NFL show and more, covering all the sports there with that big card as well. So make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be notified when we're live. All right, that's going to do it for the show. You guys have anything in closing before we go?
Cash your tickets, guys.
Yeah, definitely start off the weekend strong. Big winning. I'm excited. Can't wait.
Do it. Big weekend, guys. We're waking about it, guys. You guys make it a winning day, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on the Tony's Big Morning Show.